Dear friends, for many years Spencer has been the Boxford's private engine and believes he is superior than any Sodor engine. But when some unexpected turn of events led him to being sold to the Fat Controller's railway, his whole worldview changed. He didn't take it too kindly at first, but I am confident enough to say he has settled down and became a useful engine. These stories tell you all about it. The author. Spencer is a shiny silver streamlined engine. He belongs to the Duke and Duchess of Boxford, escorting them around the mainland or Sodor whenever on their holidays or other important business. Because of his proud status, he likes to boast that he is the fastest, grandest, and strongest engine of all time, much to the annoyance of the others, especially Gordon. And sometimes, more often than not, his swankiness often lands him in disgrace. But there come a time where Spencer's superiority was put to the test, and it all happened on one particular summer that would unexpectedly change his life forever. Gordon was having a rest on a siding. He had taken the night express to the mainland and he came back feeling very tired, so Rebecca took the first train. He was hoping no one would disturb him, but not for long.
Ah! Great Grizzly!
Wakey, wakey, old cousin. Why don't you get to work like me?
Oh, Spencer, I should have known it'd be you of all engines. Then again, who wouldn't? Anyway, what brings you back to Sodor,
The Duke and Duchess have loaned me to the Fat Controller for the summer. I'm to pull special rail tours around the island because apparently all of you are too busy with other work. That's the sort of job only a grand engine gets to do, more so than any of you common workers.
Common workers, indeed. I would have pulled that train if I were given the chance.
Spencer just laughed as he steamed away. Stafford rolled up, having heard everything. Don't listen to him. He only wants to make everyone jealous.
We all are. He doesn't even shut up about himself getting to pull special trains because he's a private engine and stuff. But I tell you, Stafford, we Sodor engines still have a lot of stamina that no one else can rival.
Indeed we do. And we still show him that they're no match for us really useful engines. Even Spencer can't take that away from any of us. Meanwhile, Spencer had been cleaned and polished for his first rail tour. His paintwork glistened and sparkled in the sun.
Look at me, everyone. Don't I look stupendous or what? Sorry I can't chat, but I'm very busy. Ta-ta!
The way he's talking, you think the Fat Controller could have found someone else to take the train?
Ugh, aye, he's becoming more of a mucker nuisance as he always is.
Doesn't he ever show any sort of humanity by then after all these years?
As much as we'd like to see that day he sees sense, but it's highly unlikely.
Over the next few weeks, Spencer continued to pull his rail tours. The praise from enthusiasts and onlookers starstruck him, and as usual wouldn't stop gloating to everyone whenever he pleased.
Grandest and best. Grandest and best.
While most engines are wise to that boasting before and simply ignored him, though there are a few that are starting to lose patience. Then one day, Spencer was simmering nicely at Knapford Station, ready and eager to set off. The guard blew his whistle, but the fireman began to notice something wasn't right.
What's the holdup? There's no time for dilly-dallying.
We aren't, Spencer. There's something up with your firebox. We're just cleaning it out before we go.
Never mind that. You can clean me out after the trip.
All right, old boy, no need to be edgy.
Well, I would be if you two don't hurry up.
The crew took no notice and began cleaning out the ash. By the time they had finished, they were nearly 5 minutes late starting. As Spencer reached the open line, he began to feel iffy. His cheeks were red and his speed was nearly low.
Come on! Come on! I can go faster than this. Surely there's nothing else that could possibly slow me down.
I think we need to make a brief stop at Tidmouth for a bit. Looks like there's more ashes that needs to be cleared out.
Either that, or it's a trip to the steamworks for us. I'll make sure to talk to the Fat Controller about things later. At Tidmouth, Spencer slowed to a stop while the firemen started emptying out the firebox more. Toby was taking on water nearby.
Hello, Spencer. Why you stop here? Is something wrong?
Nothing of the sort, little Toby. Just a bit of trouble with my firebox is all, but I'm positively sure we'll be on our way soon.
If that's so, then I don't think you should be continuing with your rail tour train. Otherwise, it might cause a severe blowback, and you don't want your passengers to get burned, do you?
Nonsense! I'm sure nothing would happen to a fine engine such as myself. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Right, come on, Spencer, let's go.
Spencer and his crew hoped nothing would go wrong for the remainder of the journey. But none would be any wiser to what is coming next. As they continued down the line, Spencer began to feel a pain inside him.
I cannot let that stop me. I shall carry on regardless if it's something wrong.
But he reckoned without Henry's tunnel. As they sped into the darkness, it all happened at once.
Arg! fire! My cab is on fire!
And it was. A blowback had occurred in Spencer's firebox, and now his cab was filled with smoke and flames engulfing both the driver and fireman in the process. Spencer whistled and wailed for help, but of course, nobody could. The fireman managed to jump out of the cab, but the driver stayed on board, taking the force to open the blower to avoid any of the passengers getting burned before closing the regulator and applied the brakes. Spencer finally came to a complete stop beyond Elsbridge, panting heavily.
The flaming fireboxes! That was too close! Driver, are you okay? Driver, what is going on? Why aren't you... No. No! This can't be! Driver, please speak to me! Open your eyes!
Spencer's driver couldn't. He just laid there, battered and burned. The enthusiasts peered out of the windows to see what the problem was, and they too were horrified by the gruesome sight. Fortunately, the fireman, while sustaining injuries from the flames, managed to extinguish himself by rubbing his clothes on the line side before running up to the train to see if anyone was hurt. Thankfully, no one had. Soon, the emergency services came and took both driver and fireman to hospital. Henry came along to take the enthusiast back to the last station, while Spencer was escorted by Hero to the steamworks for repair. He was still traumatized by the turn of events. Whilst there, Victor and the workmen began inspecting him. It later turned out something collapsed inside his firebox, so he had to be taken out of commission for a long time. Spencer couldn't stop thinking about his driver and what would happen if the Fat Controller or the Boxfords found out. He would soon discover a few days later when the stout gentleman himself came along.
Spencer, I don't know how to break this to you, but...
Is it my driver and fireman, sir? Are they okay? Are they ready for work again?
Well, your fireman is slowly getting recovered. But it is with very deep regret for what I'm about to tell you that your driver has sadly passed away peacefully.
What? No, this can't be.
The doctors did their best, but his pains and injuries are so bad that there is nothing they could do.
Oh dear. Now I wish I have listened to Toby before this happened. Whatever will the Duke and Duchess say if they found out about this?
Yes, about that. I know the incident is not your fault, Spencer, and I'm sure your owners understand as well, but there is something else that I have to tell you. I'm afraid you won't be returning to the Boxfords.
Double what? But why?
I was gonna tell you this by the end of the season, but the day after your blowback, I've gotten a call from the Duke himself. He told me you are due for an overhaul next year. However, he and the Duchess have run into some financial difficulties, and in order to save cost, they have to sell nearly everything off, including you.
So in other words, I'm being sold to your railway permanently?
That is correct, Spencer. They will come and see you on their next visit to Sodor when the summer season is over. Now I know this is not ideal, but since I've been very good friends with them for a long time, I've agreed to keep you in good hands. However, I expect good behavior from you, so I want no showing off or any shenanigans from you towards the other engines. I mean it.
The Fat Controller walked away, leaving Spencer very upset. and betrayed.